Hey y'all, so today's video is meant to help the first-time gun owner or the new concealed carrier pick out a holster. The holster world can be a very large expanse of different brands, different types of holsters, different gimmicks, whatever, blah 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 blah. And I want to try and make this video and show off the main different types of holsters, pros and cons of each holster, and what I think of them. Now, this is going to be a part one, maybe. If this video gets a bunch of traction and a lot of people seem to be interested in it, I might do a part two, because today I'm just going to show off the different types of holsters, their pros and cons. I won't actually be wearing anything, but if a lot of people ask for it, I'll do a separate video trying to show what they look like on your body. So, with that being said, we're going to discuss one holster type very quickly that you want to avoid. That is the cheap nylon holster. You're going to see them at Walmart, you're going to see them in cheaper gun shops, and it's a cheap nylon universal holster. It's going to be dirt cheap, it's going to be whatever, and you're going to be look at that and be like, oh, that's not too bad. I did a video a while ago on why these are garbage. Just stay away from them. So with that being said, let's look at some good holsters. Alright, so the first type of holster we're going to talk about is the outside the waistband holster. Pros and cons. So pros of this holster is you can carry just about any size gun you want. It's a very comfortable way to carry with the proper belt and a good holster, and it's a fairly simple draw. Cons of this type of carry is you do have to work a little bit harder to conceal it, meaning you do have to have some kind of cover garment, whether that be a t-shirt of adequate length or a light jacket or something like that, a vest. You do have to have something to conceal this. Some t-shirts might not be long enough depending upon the size gun you have, but you really don't have to go that far. I've done several videos showing how a decent length t-shirt can hide the outside the waistband holster. So really not too bad. They make several different varieties of the outside the waistband holster. I have a bunch here, and of course there are more, but your most traditional, when you see, you're going to see Kydex or leather. Now, for leather, you'll usually see like a pancake style holster like this, right? And these are all for different guns, but they will serve my purpose. Pancake style holster is going to look a lot like this. Loop on each side, and then it just rides against your body. Two main types of that you're going to have is open top or thumb brake. Thumb brake is a little bit nicer if you're worried about your gun falling out of your holster, because it adds the additional security of having a thumb brake that is usually they're pretty intuitive to unsnap and draw the gun. Where open top, all you would do to draw the gun is just pull the gun straight out of the holster. Some have sweat guards on the back, like this one from 1791. This has a sweat guard on the back, where this one sort of has a sweat guard, but okay, here's a better example. This one doesn't really have a sweat guard. The pros and cons of that, some people like that, some people don't. Basically what it does is it keeps the sweat and muck from your body off your gun a little bit better. Generally, if you wipe down your gun frequently, that's not an issue, but it is a little extra bit of protection. Kydex, they also make them in Kydex, and again, basically the same concept as the leather. This one has a sweat guard. This is a dragon hide concealment holster. Kydex is a little bit different, where they're a little more adjustable in certain ways. A lot of them you can adjust the cant of your holster just by adjusting the belt loops, whereas with a leather holster you can't always adjust the cant. Like this DeSantis, you can adjust the cant, but then with this El Paso Saddlery, it's a fixed cant. So that's outside the waistband. Let's look at the next type of holster. Type of holster is inside the waistband. Now, inside the waistband is almost just as popular, probably is just as popular as outside the waistband. The difference is, inside the waistband is, well, as it states, inside the waistband. The gun, holster, whole thing gets tucked inside your pants and then usually clicks onto your belt. Pros and cons. Pros of this is it's more concealable than outside the waistband, because basically from here down is tucked inside your pants rather than being on the outside. Cons of this are, it could be a lot more, depending upon the gun you carry, it can be a lot more uncomfortable to try and tuck a full-size gun into your waistband. That's why if you're doing inside the waistband, I'd recommend, if you're I'd recommend trying it out with a small gun first. I would not recommend trying to tuck a full-size gun in your waistband. For instance, this is for a Glock 19 with a light. That's a lot of gun to stick in your pants. Um, some of these you don't need a belt at all. That's I guess another pro of this. This clip is designed for a belt, and this one is mostly designed for a belt. I say that because it's got enough retention where you would not need a belt depending upon the type of pants. But then you've got clips like this that are purposely designed to not need a belt at all. This one is designed with that little hook in there. I don't know how well that shows up, but that is designed for being able to basically snap on to just about any type of pair of pants within reason, and you don't need a belt. So again, summertime, that can be a big pro for that. Some have sweat guards, some do not, such as this Dragon Hide Concealment has a sweat guard, and this Harry's Holsters does not. Lots of personal preferences. You can cant them. And if you're appendix carrying, which I know some people do, some people don't, appendix carry holsters you'll notice are a little bit different because usually they have this wing thing. The point of the wing is where a normal inside the waistband holster is more or less designed to kind of like cant with your body. The wing pushes an appendix style holster that pushes the butt of the gun into your body, concealing it better. So that's inside the waistband. Let's take a look at the next type of holster. Alright, so the next type of carry is pocket carry. Now forgive me because I only have one holster here on the bench. I was trying to find my other ones and they've disappeared. But pocket carry it's got a lot of pros and a lot of cons. Pros of pocket carry is it's very concealable, it's very low maintenance, it's very easy to forget it. You have it, it's very easy to conceal, and you require very minimal to conceal it. You don't need a belt, you don't need a particular type of pants, you don't need a long t-shirt. All you need to pocket carry is a pocket big enough to stick a gun in, which is basically any decent pair of jeans or shorts or whatever. Cons of pocket carry are also numerous. You have to carry a very small gun to pocket carry. Pretty much the biggest gun you're going to be able to carry in pocket carry is something like this. This is a 5-shot snub nose. That's pretty much the biggest gun you're going to be able to carry. You're going to be limited to a lot of 380s, a lot of 32s, stuff like that. Good guns, but small guns, difficult to shoot, and not for everybody. Let's look at this holster now. So basically the premise of most pocket holsters, and there's different varieties. Some are designed to conceal different ways and make different shapes to hide the fact that it's a gun in your pocket. This is pretty much a standard pocket holster. What they do is it's designed to keep the gun upright in your pocket. If you just stick a gun in your pocket, it works, but they can tumble, they can move around, and the trigger guard is exposed. A good pocket holster will keep the gun upright in your pocket, cover the trigger guard so that nothing gets inside of it, keep some of the lint from your pocket outside of the gun, and then most of them you'll see have some sort of hook or something, so when you actually do draw the gun out of the holster, it helps it pulls the holster off the gun. Pocket holsters are usually very simple, relatively inexpensive compared to certain other types of holsters, and definitely something you want to consider if you're someone who wants to carry a very small gun and very low maintenance carry method. So that's pocket holsters. Alright, so this jumbled mess is shoulder rigs. Shoulder rigs, unlike the last holster I covered, are actually a lot more complicated than most types of holster, but have some pretty strong pros, also some pretty strong cons. This is a variety of different shoulder rigs from different companies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a couple styles and then I'll pull them off so it's just one. But pros and cons of shoulder rigs. So pros of shoulder rigs are very comfortable way to conceal. You can carry just about as big a gun as you want, and usually also carry spare ammunition, depending upon the type of shoulder rig you're wearing. And they can be very, very comfortable. No weight on your belt. You don't have to wear a belt. You can be wearing any type of pants you want, or no pants at all. Cons of shoulder rigs. Shoulder rigs require a cover garment. Going to require some kind of shirt, some kind of something to go over them to conceal them. So not the best option in spring and summer, which we're coming into. Pretty much this for me is a winter, fall, early spring type of carry. And once we get warmer, I discontinue them So let's look at some of the holsters. Now I've got a variety of different holsters here, right? But I'm going to concentrate on two main styles. You've got your vertical and your horizontal type shoulder rig. Most shoulder rigs will come in two main styles. You'll either have the style that will have the gun on one side and spare ammo on the other, like these two, or you'll have the simpler and sometimes less expensive version, which will be gun on one side and then it'll just wrap around your other shoulder, but no spare ammo. Me personally, I like the ones that have spare ammo because I'm like, hey, if you're going to go to the trouble of having a cover garment and a shoulder rig, you might as well have spare ammo. So let's look at these. So there's the vertical shoulder rig, right, where the gun usually sits straight up and down on your side like this. And some of them I like, some I don't. The problem with some of these is, depending upon what you're wearing, it might be hard to draw from. Now, my personal absolute favorite is this style, where the gun is more horizontal, right? So it hangs kind of like this. And the nice thing about this style is you can wear a pullover sweatshirt or a hoodie or whatever and still be able to reach in and draw it relatively fast. And I've done videos showing that and reviewing some of these holsters for anybody interested. But I don't think right now that's going to be too popular, given that we're creeping into spring and summer. But shoulder rigs are really comfortable way to carry because it's not all that weight on your belt. It's just, over your shoulders and fairly comfortable to carry something that only weighs a few pounds. So that's shoulder rigs. Really big fan of them, but probably not for everybody, and definitely not for spring and summer. So let's look at the next one. Alright, so the next one is ankle carry. Now, ankle carry it's kind of like pocket carry in the sense that it's very limited, but in certain situations it can be quite helpful. Pros of pocket or ankle carry is it's very concealable with the right pair of pants. All you really need is a pair of pants that's not skin tight, so sadly no yoga pants. But it's very comfortable with the right holster, and it's really deep concealment. Cons of ankle carry. Ankle carry is a much slower draw than most of the methods I've talked about. Obviously, to get to your gun, you have to pull your pant leg up, get down. It's not the world's fastest draw. Another con, again, no yoga pants. You cannot wear skin tight pants with this because it will print like a mother. So you're going to have to wear appropriate pants. Summertime, when you're wearing shorts, obviously ankle carry is out unless you want to open carry, which open carry ankle gun, kind of weird, whatever. And also limiting the size of your gun, much like pocket carry. Again, biggest gun you're going to want to carry in this is probably going to be like a Glock 26 or like a Smith J-frame, 5-shot, something like that. And you also don't want to go too heavy of a gun because walking around with 4-pound weight on your ankle all day will get annoying. Ankle carry is, again, same. Basically, it's an outside the waistband holster attached to usually with the good ones neoprene. The Galco ankle gloves are a really good option for ankle carry. There's a lot of different holsters out there that are kind of weird that I don't like, but there are several good ones that I do recommend. Again, I'll do a second video if people want it. But ankle carry, usually how it is you're going to have neoprene, right, that's going to go around your ankle. It's usually got some kind of padding for where the gun is, and then it just velcros around your ankle, and it rides like that, usually on the inside of your leg. So that's ankle carry. Pretty short, pretty simple, but still a good way to conceal carry if you need deep concealment and you want something that's not going to print or nobody's going to notice. Alright, so that's my video, and I hope that kind of helps the new gun owner or the new concealed carrier on what kind of holsters there are and best options for you. I didn't cover every single type of holster, but I think I covered the vast majority of the common ones. Let me know down below if people want a second video, actually me wearing some of the holsters, showing that I could do that, but I didn't want to make this video any longer than it probably already is. I haven't edited it yet, so I can't wait to find out how long that is. But yeah, so let me know what you think down below, if this was helpful or if there's something else you want me to cover. But hopefully this helped out. So have a good day.